Have you ever wondered why the Japanese live such long, healthy lives, with some villages where lifespans far exceed the rest of the world? The secret isn't found in expensive pills or exhausting gym routines. It lies in the small, daily habits, repeated as naturally as breathing, less but refined, slow yet deep, steady for endurance. The Japanese call it living in harmony with nature when body, mind, and rhythm of life align in serene balance. In this video, I invite you to explore 10 minimalist habits that have sustained their health across generations. Eating just enough to keep the stomach light, sleeping by quieting the mind's noise before turning off the light, walking slowly but steadily, and setting a cup of tea on the table as if resetting your own heartbeat. Nothing complicated. No need for extra purchases. Just small choices done right, done consistently, and done with respect for the body. Enough is beautiful. Anyone who practices these will find themselves breathing more deeply. I've cross-referenced traditional principles with modern research on Japanese and Okinawan lifestyles regions, where longevity isn't a goal but a natural outcome of wise, gentle living. You'll discover habits you can apply today to feel lighter in spirit, stronger in body, and more fulfilled each day. At the end of the video, I'll reveal a subtle habit most overlooked, small enough to miss, but powerful enough to change how you view longevity and happiness. Stay until the end. Sometimes, the smallest thing opens the door to a very long life. 1. Eating until 80% full. Have you ever left the dinner table feeling just right, your stomach light, like you've let out a long breath, your mind clear, and your legs eager to take a few steps? In Okinawa, that's the daily rhythm. They call it hara hachibu, stop at 8/10. No harsh restrictions, no wrestling with cravings, just listening, just honoring your body's gentle limits. Hara hachibu was born from Confucian principles, but thrives in practical life. Eat to live, not live to eat. Pausing one beat early leaves a lightness in your stomach, like making room for breath. Unlike the habit of eating to fullness, this practice gives your body a voice to say, stop. You leave the table without feeling sluggish, sleepy, or weighed down by a stone in your gut, just a calm clarity and a rhythm of life that isn't stretched too tight. Light for longevity. Science backs it up. Traditional Okinawans consume about 1,900 calories a day, less than many industrialized places, but they're not starving. They choose wisely. Their BMI typically falls between 18 and 22, sharply reducing risks of obesity and metabolic diseases. Mild calorie restriction lowers oxidative stress, eases chronic inflammation, and boosts insulin sensitivity, slowing the body's wear and tear. Studies note that those who practice this have a markedly lower risk of heart disease. In animals, eating below maximum needs can significantly extend lifespan. Numbers are dry, but the feeling is real. A lighter body, younger blood vessels, a mind clear for longer. The key lies in rhythm, not exotic dishes. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly. Put the phone down. It takes your brain about 15 to 20 minutes to register fullness. Rushing means overshooting the mark. Try a small ritual. Mid-meal, set your chopsticks down and ask your stomach, is this enough? If the answer is almost, smile and stop at 8/10. Use a smaller plate to tame the eye's greed. Take a deep breath to hear your body's signals clearly. Eat like you breathe light, deep, enough. When hara hachibu meets a plant-heavy diet, the effect is gentle but profound. An Okinawan meal might include stir-fried bitter melon, purple sweet potato, seaweed, a small piece of grilled fish, or tofu. Fiber steadies blood sugar, antioxidants shield cells from damage, and omega-3 can soothe inflammation. Fewer calories don't mean less nourishment, it's dense with kindness. This is also a practice of the mind. In a world that glorifies more, stopping at 8/10 is a lesson in humility. Mott and I don't waste whispers at the tip of your chopsticks. Respect the food, respect your body and mind. By not overinflating your stomach, your digestion works smoothly, absorbs better, and post-meal guilt fades. Gradually, your brain learns a new rhythm. Enough is enough. Cravings grow quieter. Longevity comes from such small things. Free from the burden of excess, your body has room to repair. At night, cellular cleanup runs efficiently. Micro damages patched, inflammatory signals calm. In the morning, you wake not just with a light stomach, but feeling younger in your body, your pulse, your skin. No magic, just gentle discipline. If you need a starting point, set an intention before your next meal. Today, 8/10. Try it once, then for a week, then for a lifetime. Because sometimes, a little lightness in your stomach opens a long stretch in your life. 2. Waking up with the sun. In Okinawa, mornings don't start with a jarring alarm, but with sunlight creeping slowly through the curtains, brushing your eyelids like a gentle call. Waking with the sun is a simple ritual. Your body aligns with nature, your mind resists less, and the day unfolds in a calm breath. As light touches your eyes, your biological clock winds up. Melatonin fades, cortisol gently rises, serotonin sparks. Sleep deepens at night, focus sharpens by day, emotions sway less. In Okinawa, people step into the garden early, water a few plants, stroll a few alleys, letting dawn's light touch their skin. No rush, no noise, just the body and the morning standing side by side for a moment. Most of us do the opposite. Nights flooded with blue light, mornings starved of real light. Late to bed, rush to rise, curtains drawn, coffee standing in for the sun. Your body still craves an ancient signal. Show me the sky. Without it, your inner clock stumbles. Your head feels foggy. Sleepiness clings all day. Another coffee only pushes you faster on a clock, already out of sync. Start again with a small ritual. Within an hour of waking, open the curtains and the door. If you can, stand on the porch or balcony for 15 to 30 minutes. If the sun's too strong, shade under a tree still offers enough light. Set breakfast by a window, read a few lines, or just sit quietly as your body wakes. On dim days, a daylight lamp can bridge the gap, but when the sky is bright, choose the sky. Pair light with gentle movement. Stretch a few times, walk a few slow steps, circle the garden as Okinawans do. Don't count steps, count breaths. Don't exercise, just open. When the morning becomes a greeting with sunlight, the evening returns to what it should be: calm, deep, healing. Hunger comes on time, sleep comes on time. Joy is enough, worry is enough. If you need a phrase to carry, hold this one. Rise with the sun, live with the rhythm. Then one morning you'll find you no longer need an alarm. The sun knocks. You smile, open the door, and open a long, healthy day from one brief moment. 3. Drinking green tea every day. There are days when a single sip of tea feels like it shaves years off your body. In Japan, that's no accident. Green tea is a minimalist ritual that shifts your body into repair mode. Each small sip eases hidden inflammation. Each warm breath soothes accumulated fatigue. Less, but refined. Slow, to sink in. Then lasting. The power of tea lies in a gentle gatekeeper with a long name, EGCG. No need to memorize the letters, just the job. It blocks the hot-tempered molecules that cause damage, halting the oxidative chain that makes us tire faster, wrinkle sooner, forget more. With less attack, skin holds its elasticity, the mind stays clearer, and the body feels guarded from within. The effect reaches the brain. L-theanine in tea acts like a soft brake, alert without jitters, relaxed without sluggishness. Regular tea drinking is linked to supporting memory and protecting neurons. Not magic, but a life with fewer ripples. A calm mind sparks clarity. For the heart, catechins and polyphenols are like a maintenance crew. They keep blood vessel linings flexible, blood flow smoother, and lighten the load from bad cholesterol. Just 2 to 3 cups a day are tied to lower heart disease risk in many observational studies. Here's the intriguing part. Benefits can start soon, a few hours after a cup. Vessel function wakes up a bit. The heart beats with less strain against life's rush. Green tea isn't a diet in disguise. It doesn't deprive, it simplifies. Choosing tea over sugary drinks means steadier blood sugar, less strain on the liver and pancreas, and cravings that settle like waves after the shore. Less noise, less fatigue. But if we only talk compounds, we miss the soul of tea. The tea ceremony teaches 4 words: harmony, respect, purity, tranquility. Harmony with others, respect for things, purity of mind, tranquility in life. Each brew is a reminder of Ichigo Ichi, a moment that happens only once. Holding a teacup is holding the present in your hands. Tea heals the habit of fleeing this moment. Start simply. 1 to 3 cups a day is enough. Use good leaves, water at 80 to 85 degrees Celsius to keep the aroma fresh. Steep for 1 to 2 minutes to avoid a bitter bite. Skip the sugar. A subtle sweetness lingers after a few warm sips. For a stronger dose, try matcha, drinking the whole leaf in a small cup, packing in more nutrients. But the key is attitude. Pause, breathe, and drink, as if conversing with yourself. Place a cup of tea in the day's pauses between meetings, after lunch, before diving back into work like a small door to calm clarity. Not trying to relax, but giving your body a chance to return to its natural rhythm. If you're sensitive to caffeine or low on iron, drink it apart from meals and listen to your body. If you need a phrase to carry, one right sip, a slower life. Each cup is a nod to Japanese minimalism: shed the excess, keep the essence. Tomorrow morning, as you bring the tea to your lips, ask yourself quietly, am I stretching my health or gently cradling my heart? Likely, it's both. 4. Keeping breakfast simple. Many mornings begin with something sweet sliding across the tongue and sinking straight to the stomach. Sugary cereal, healthy yogurt packed with sweetness, muffins, or toast slathered with jam. Tasty, quick, convenient. Then, hours later, the crash hits. Heavy eyes, tired mind, hands reaching for more sugar. Blood sugar spikes like fireworks and fizzles out. Cravings surge like tides. Fatigue settles like fog. Sweetness fades fast. In Japan, especially Okinawa, breakfast takes a different path. Simple yet nourishing. A bowl of hot rice, a warm miso soup, a just right piece of grilled fish, a touch of pickled vegetables, sometimes natto or tofu, maybe a boiled egg. No fanfare, no artificial colors. Just whole foods standing side by side, saying something simple. Give the body what it recognizes. Energy rises slowly and steadily. The stomach stays calm, the mind clear, less but refined. Enough to feel at peace. The strength of this breakfast lies in its rhythm. By avoiding the spike and crash, the body doesn't wrestle with sharp fluctuations. The stomach warms, the gut gains friendly bacteria, the blood vessels relax. A bowl of rice provides steady energy. Miso brings warmth and umami. Fish or tofu offers a protein cushion. Seaweed, radish, or boiled greens add minerals and antioxidants. It's not about low calories, but naturally having less excess. The body feels light, the mind quiet. The day's work no longer feels like a steep climb. Listen closely, and this breakfast is a lesson in minimalism disguised as cuisine. Few dishes, but each does its job well. Few flavors, but each carries history. No elaborate cooking. Just done, warm, just right. With fewer choices, the mind grows quieter. Less choosing, less exhaustion. Energy is saved for what matters, instead of burning out on what's for breakfast and paying the price with a shaky blood sugar bridge. Busyness isn't a barrier. Cook a little extra rice tonight for tomorrow morning. Prep a jar of miso paste to mix with hot water in the morning. Keep a pack of seaweed, a small jar of pickles. Grill a batch of fish, portion it out. Pan-sear tofu in minutes. If you like, swap rice for quinoa or savory oats. Still complex carbs, still a steady rhythm. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be consistent, steady for strength. A minimalist breakfast doesn't fight joy, it fights excess. You still sip green tea, sprinkle scallions on your miso, smile as the natural salty sweet hits your tongue. It's just saying no to syrupy sweetness and fluffy fake cream things that inflate then deflate, and saying yes to clarity that lasts till noon, to a stomach as calm as a still lake. When you change your breakfast, you quietly shift your health's trajectory. The day's energy flows smoother, the mind works deeper, the heart faces fewer jolts, the skin fights less inflammation each morning. No need for microcalculations, just listen to the macro. Do you feel tired after eating, crave sugar early, or feel your mood dip mid-morning? When those answers become no, you know you're on the right path. If you make a promise for tomorrow, A simple breakfast, a steady day. Trade the sweet pastry for a warm bowl of soup, the sugary jam for a small piece of fish, the impulsive rush for enduring strength. Just one morning, then two, then a habit. You'll see you don't need much to start a good day, just the right things. And sometimes, right means less. 5. Sleeping on a futon in a cool, dark room. Have you ever lain down and felt your back exhale? With a futon, that moment comes quickly. A thin mattress on tatami or a flat floor, not enveloping like a cloud of fluff, but supporting the natural curves of your spine, firm for calm. Shoulders don't sink unevenly, hips don't sag too deep, the lower back doesn't strain for support. Your body recalls its original alignment, and the night sees fewer tosses and turns. Less twisting, more depth. Sleep like still water. The quiet secret of the futon is breathability. Its surface doesn't trap heat, sweat finds a way out, skin gets to breathe. The body needs to cool slightly for sleep to arrive. A room at 5 to 19 degrees Celsius flips a gentle switch. Dim the blue light. Let darkness say, night has come. The brain stops mistaking it for day. The heart rate slows, breaths lengthen. The night flows unbroken, giving the body time to repair, clean, and stitch scattered memories into new understanding. But a futon isn't just a way to lie down. It's a way to live. Each evening you spread it out. Each morning you roll it up. Unfold, then store. Open, then close. A small ritual that makes you master of your time. Now rest, now live. By day, the room feels open. The eyes rest easier, the mind lighter. Intentional emptiness is returned to the home, giving the heart a place to settle. Wabi-sabi reminds us, simplicity and imperfection endure. A mattress worn by years feels warm. The Okinawan path moves slowly but surely. Sleep deeply to live well to sleep soundly. When the night is given coolness and dark, immunity hums smoothly, metabolism steadies, moods waver less from lack of rest. Morning comes, and the body recharges naturally, awake but not rushed, light yet full. To start, think ritual, not revolution. Choose a firmer surface, a good futon, or a solid topper on an old mattress. Keep the room cool with a fan, open window, or gentle air conditioning. Use light, breathable bedding like cotton or linen. Before bed, turn off screens, honor the dark, read a few pages, soak your feet in warm water, breathe slowly. Draw heavy curtains to block streetlights. Wear an eye mask if needed. Place the phone out of reach for unbroken calm. Shoulders will ease down, jaws unclench, forehead soften like a door quietly closing. In the morning, roll up the futon with both hands. Bend, fold, tuck a small sequence of movements that doubles as a stretch. An empty floor, an empty mind. The new day has room to step in. A home with less clutter, a head with fewer tasks, less formality, more meaning. It doesn't need to be perfect, just consistent. One night, then 3, then a week. The body is a willing student. It learns the rhythm you teach with gentle patience. When you fall asleep faster, wake lighter, feel your back at ease, your heart at peace smile. You've added a small, lasting habit. Lie close to the earth, heart close to the sky. Warm enough to sleep, cool enough for depth, and in the simplicity of a thin mattress, the night's greatest gift emerges. Calm. 6. Removing what's unnecessary. Have you ever opened a closet and heard a faint sigh, not from the shelves, but from yourself? Unworn clothes, unopened boxes, just in case. Items crowding your mind even more than your home. Excess doesn't just weigh in pounds, it weighs on your nerves. Eyes scan every trinket, the brain wrestles with petty choices, and fatigue echoes back like a ricochet. Many think they lack time. In truth, they lack space. A cluttered home, a cluttered heart. The Japanese have a gentle yet firm path. Dan shari, Dan refuse, sha discard, re let go of attachment. It's not a frantic purge, but a healing process. Start at the threshold. Pause half a second before anything new crosses your door and ask, does this make my life better or just my house fuller? When the entrance is guarded, calm is already halfway home. Then comes release. Have a quiet talk with each item. When did I last truly need you? If silence answers, thank it and give it a new life. Gift it, sell it, recycle it. Marie Kondo says, keep what sparks joy. Dan Shari adds a step, and set free what no longer fits. As objects leave, the noise in your head ebbs like a receding tide. The hardest part is the invisible threads. That shirt tied to an old summer, a ticket stub from a first meeting, a gift linked to a promise long past. We cling to things to hold memories. But memories don't live in fabric or paper. They live in how we recount them, how we live on. Let go to keep. Keep space for the present, for relationships that need tending. In Okinawa, this happens naturally. Homes are simple, possessions just enough, floors clear for a futon rolled up by day, afternoon sun streaming in. Fewer things to dust, fewer things to worry over, fewer debts of presents to pay. Time flows to the garden, to neighbors, to a slow-cooked meal. Minimalism, there isn't a display, it's the low foundation for a long life. Motenai says, don't waste. Wabi Sabi says, love the just, enough, and the marks of time. Don't start with the whole house. Start with one drawer. Turn on a warm light, take a deep breath, touch each item like it's a story. Keep what still has a purpose. Say goodbye to what's done its part. From tomorrow, try a small, sharp rule. One in, one out. Add a book. Part with one you've finished. Add a shirt. Let go of one rarely worn. Each month, let the breeze sweep through a corner for an hour, letting dust and lingering decisions settle. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be steady. Steady for strength. The change isn't just the room shape. Mornings with less searching, evenings with less weary tidying. The mind feels light, like after a deep sip of tea. You stand in a tidy room and hear calm echo from the walls. Freedom isn't loud. It's looking around and seeing everything in its place, and you in yours. Less stuff, more room for people. Less choosing, more room for living. When the door closes, you know you've paid off an invisible debt. Less, but refined. Let go to keep. And in the new space that opens, what matters most will find its way in. 7. Appreciating empty space. We often fear emptiness more than busyness. The fuller the schedule, the tighter the heart. The louder the noise, the thinner the mind. In Japanese culture, there's a concept that defies our instinct to fill up intentional emptiness. It's the pause between heartbeats, the silence within a sentence, the bare floor unclaimed by clutter, an afternoon spent just breathing. Isn't lack. It's the space where life can unfold. Empty, yet full. Step into a minimalist tatami room, and the first thing you notice isn't objects, it's air, with room to stand. Like in Ikebana, the artist places a few branches, but the stillness comes from the space between them. Like music, notes resonate because of the silence. Teaches us to fill less, to feel more, to crowd less, to breathe. When the world thins out, the mind finds a surface to rest. The body craves more than we realize. Pause between tasks, and cortisol steps back. The parasympathetic system steps forward. The recovery switch lights up. A few minutes of silence often outweigh an hour of mindless scrolling. The brain loves rhythm. Focus, rest, focus, rest. Push without pause, and quality slips before we notice. Stop to see. See, and you'll know where to go. Okinawa practices in everyday ways. Lingering a beat before sipping tea, slowing a moment before replying, gazing at the garden before starting work. Homes hold fewer things, schedules fewer details, not to do less, but to understand that excess creates noise. With fewer demands on attention, what matters stands clear. The body sleeps deeper, digests smoother, the mind tires less, joys last longer. Doesn't promise transformation, it offers a long, steady path. Start with the quietest space you can make now. A corner of a table, completely clear, holding just a notebook and a pen. 10 minutes a day without screens or tasks, just looking out a window, listening to your breath. A small gap between appointments to walk slowly, sip water, reset your shoulders. In conversation, count silently 1, 2 before responding. Many misunderstandings dissolve in that pause. A schedule doesn't need to be packed. The gaps between blocks are what save you. Fewer tasks, richer quality. Change arrives quietly. Afternoons less drained, nights less restless, thoughts less scattered. Creativity returns like a bird that lands only when you stop reaching. Presence returns like an old friend. It sits when you make room. Then, naturally, you choose less as a healthy instinct. Fewer words for deeper meaning, fewer things for a spacious home, fewer plans for focused work, fewer noises to hear yourself. Ma doesn't give you anything new. It returns what was always yours. Treat Ma as a gentle ritual. Clear space, set down, be present. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be steady. One day, you'll open the door and find white walls not lonely, bare floors not cold, moments of silence not frightening. They're all working for you, nourishing, supporting, gathering the scattered pieces of life. Emptiness is a playground for thoughts to run. With a playground, thoughts find their way home. And in that calm, you hear what matters most. You've returned here whole. 8. Having a reason to live. What pulls you out of bed in the morning, even before the alarm? Not coffee, not a packed schedule. Often, it's a quiet call deep within. Today, I have something to live for. The Japanese call it ikigai, the reason to exist. Not a grand title. Ikigai is like a smoldering flame, small but steady, warm and lasting. With that flame, you rise lighter, step firmer, face challenges with a unique calm, a life with spark. Ikigai doesn't demand you conquer the world. It invites you to the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what others truly need, and what sustains a simple life. In Okinawa, where elders smile with their eyes, ikigai is often so small it's easy to overlook. Tending a patch of sweet potatoes, teaching a grandchild an old song, mending a worn basket, singing with the village at dusk. When hands are busy with meaning, the heart grows quieter. The day finds a thread to string its moments, and the night deepens. Science confirms what the heart already knows. A clear sense of purpose lowers heart disease risk, steadies the mind, strengthens healthy habits, sleep improves, chronic inflammation eases, happiness rises. No magic spell, just a mind with direction, prompting the body to switch to repair mode. Know your why, and you'll endure anyhow. Unlike goals reached and done, ikigai is the undercurrent that feeds the day. No need to search mountain peaks, plant it in your daily rhythm. Note the moments you lose track of time. Cooking a warm meal, writing a note for your child, helping a neighbor carry groceries. Notice what others seek you for. Look around at what your community needs that you can give. Then ask, how do I shape my days so this happens steadily without burning me out? If it's unclear, scale down. Do less, but consistently. Less, but refined. Ikigai grows through presence, not speed. Set a small touch point each day. 15 morning minutes for something you love that benefits someone. Keep a weekly meeting with like-minded souls. End the day by jotting down its most meaningful moment. Energy doesn't come from new thrills, but from a familiar flow like a stream, quiet but nourishing a valley. With ikigai, discipline softens, effort turns to joy, procrastination fades because you want to be there. Aligned in purpose, aligned in strength. Some days will blur, that's okay. Ikigai isn't a pre-printed map, it's a line drawn daily. When you lose the rhythm, return to the root question. Today, what small thing makes my life and someone else's better? Water a plant, call an old friend, write a short piece for a project you believe in. These 3 acts won't change the world, but they shift the current in you. Gradually, the body strengthens in a very Japanese way. Less stress, sounder sleep, good habits taking root. A heart with a destination gives the body a reason to stay young. If you need a phrase for tomorrow morning, whisper this. Rise for what you love, live for what you give. Small is enough, steady is enough. Then one day, you'll realize you're not waking to an alarm, but to a promise with your own life. 9. Natural movement in daily life. Have you ever thought health is a contract signed at the gym monthly membership, gleaming machines, the scent of sweat and effort? In Okinawa, the answer often comes with a gentle smile. No. There, centenarians tend gardens, walk to visit neighbors, cook lunch, Sweep the porch, hang blankets in the sun. No watches counting reps. No sets or reps, just a body always in motion, light and steady, like a small stream that never stops flowing. Move slowly for depth, steady for strength. The difference lies in the definition of movement. High-intensity workouts are like fireworks, a burst, then darkness. Natural movement is like morning light. It arrives daily, quiet, nourishing an entire garden. Digging soil, knees bend and extend like a soft squat. Carrying a market basket, arms stretch naturally. Cleaning the kitchen stand, twist, reach, bend small muscle groups wake in turn. No single task leaves you breathless. Together, the day becomes a symphony. Joints stay lubricated. Blood flows smoothly. Blood sugar ripples gently, not spiking like a cliff. And the spirit is rewoven too. Strolling slowly down an alley, greeting a familiar face, catching the scent of wind on leaves, the brain receives safe signals a treadmill rarely sends. Endorphins don't flood like a downpour. They seep like dew. You don't outrun stress. You walk through it with steady steps. Body moves, mind quiets. The biology behind this habit is simple. The body burns energy through tiny movements all day. Stand more than sit, walk more than scroll, do more than tap. When stillness shrinks, metabolic rivers find room to flow. Blood pressure softens, liver fat has less reason to build, nighttime sleep settles like ripe fruit. You don't need an hour of exhaustion to be healthy. You need small moments pulling you from stillness repeated steadily, present every day. To bring the spirit of move naturally into your life, start within the rhythm you already have. After a meal, stand and walk for 5 to 10 minutes to let blood sugar smile. Climb a few stairs before taking the elevator. Cook a simple meal daily to keep hands busy with nourishment. Place the remote a bit farther. Stand to turn off the light, pour your own water, hang your own coat, turn a phone call into a few laps around the house. Swap 15 minutes of mindless scrolling for 15 minutes tending plants. These changes sound small, but the body is a brilliant record keeper. It repays with Japanese-style resilience. Less back pain, fewer numb limbs, a lighter mind. Don't turn it into a stressful project. Don't chase trophies. Just return the body to its ancient rhythm. On busy days, a few hundred steps fine. During rainy weeks, no garden fine. Stretch a few times indoors, do slow manual tasks. It's not about how heavy, how long, but did I show up today? Show up and you'll grow strong. Then you'll rediscover something familiar yet forgotten. Health lives in the small, repeated motions of an ordinary day. Each step is a vote for longevity. Each time you stand is a promise to your heart. Each task done by hand is a thank you to your body. Less but steady, slow but sure. And in that simple rhythm, life grows healthier in a quiet way. Enduring, serene, strong enough to go far. 10. Practicing gratitude. Before each meal in Japan, there's a soft whisper. Itadakimasu, I humbly receive. A thank you sent to the raindrop, the soil, the hands that planted, carried, and cooked, and to the life about to enter your own. In Okinawa, it's not mere politeness. It's an anchor, reminding you that you're being nourished. When a meal begins with gratitude, it's no longer mindless fuel. It becomes a solemn meeting between life and life. To be grateful is to be enough. Gratitude here isn't a fleeting feeling, but a deliberate habit, steady as a heartbeat. Before a meal, say itadakimasu. After, say gochisusama, thank you for the feast. Pause half a beat, set the chopsticks down, see the food as a story with history. When you name what's good, the heart grows less hungry. When the heart is less hungry, the hand reaches for less. So hara hachibu fits seamlessly. Stopping at 8/10 isn't restraint, it's fulfillment. Science only names what the heart already knows. Practicing gratitude regularly lowers stress, deepens sleep, smooths immunity. Blood vessels relax, blood pressure softens. No magic. Just a well-placed thank you, repeated long enough, nudging the body into gentle recovery mode. But the benefit isn't the soul of gratitude. The soul is the perspective. Start the day with 3 small things to be thankful for: a ray of sun on the curtain, a neighbor's greeting. End it with a moment that softened your heart, a warm cup of tea, a kind word you managed to say. Before lunch, Pause for 2 breaths, see the colors on your plate, and whisper thanks inwardly. Write one short line to recall that today didn't pass meaninglessly. Name the good, and the good stays. Gratitude also draws us closer. Thank the cook for the meal, the colleague who lent a hand, yourself for enduring a tough day. Bonds between people tighten, misunderstandings find less footing. Gratitude isn't bowing low, it's standing tall. Bow the head to lift the heart. To sow seeds of gratitude, skip complex rituals. Find a repeatable moment. Before a screen lights up, silently note 3 things you have. Before a meal, pause for a slow breath and say itadakimasu in your own way. At night, write one line about a small thing that made today worth living. When someone helps you, say thank you right away. No need for fanfare, just sincerity. Steady for strength. Then you'll notice something very Japanese. Gratitude is minimalism for the heart. It sheds the habit of complaining, the invisible hunger for more, the illusion of controlling everything. It keeps the essence. Connection, presence, small joys. You'll eat slower, sleep sounder, speak softer, live wider. And each time you say itadakimasu, you're not just thanking the meal, you're nodding to life I humbly receive. Today is enough. Tomorrow, give thanks again. In that rhythm of gratitude, longevity isn't the goal. It's the gentle outcome of a heart that's learned to thank the world, meal by meal, breath by breath, day by day. As we close this journey, you might feel something deeply Japanese. Health isn't a race to add more, but an art of subtracting wisely. Less noise to hear the body, less haste to deepen the breath, less greed to find enough peace. 10 small, simple habits, yet together they form a solid foundation for longevity to stand firm and joy to bloom each day. Living long and living well doesn't come from doing more, but from doing less done right. Less pressure, less clutter, less craving, in exchange for more health, more joy, and more meaningful years. If the Japanese way of life speaks to you, watch our next video. Ikigai, the reason to wake up each morning. Let Ikigai be the red thread tying together every habit you've learned, giving each day a gentle reason to begin. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe to fuel my passion for sharing more of Japan's minimalist wisdom. Each bit of support is a reminder that the path of less but right is reaching someone out there. Now it's your turn. Of these 10 habits, which will you start with today, eating slowly to hear your body's fullness, sipping green tea to calm the rhythm, or clearing a corner of your home to give your mind a place to rest? Share in the comments so we can nurture these small, lasting, deeply human changes together.